Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. This is Nathaniel Kempson Productions here today, and welcome back to Railworks Terrain Simulator 2018. Now, for those that don't know, I'm currently sat on the Malmesbury Branch, whatever, and I have one or two or three or four, five, many issues with it. I don't know who made it. The trees are the Thompson trees that I used on the West Highland line, and I think there's a few others that I use on as well. I don't know if Thompson actually made this route or not. I don't know, but it's for sale on Steam for, I don't know, however much it costs. And I'm afraid this video is going to be quite a long one, because I fucking hate this route. So, I've zoomed up to a top-down view of Malmesbury, bearing in mind this is a payware route. So, yeah, that's the level of scenery that we're dealing with here. I mean, that is literally it. I mean, look, you go, you know, like, that far from the track, and there's nothing. Why? I mean, some bits of the scenery is quite nice, like these, custom fancy things for the cattle dock. They're quite nice. And then you've got the station building itself, which is actually very attractive, although it does seem to have a hole in the roof for no reason. Okay. This bi-block track, I don't know why that's there for. I'm sure it doesn't seem to have a purpose. I like the engine shed though, with this big channel thing to catch the steam, and this nice big all-in-one coal and water majig. I really like that. It's nice and compact and simple. I like it. These telegraph poles are quite good, although I don't quite understand where they should be. These ones do, but the rest of them don't. But that's about it. Whoops. That's about it. I mean, you've got flat allotments all the way over here, which are pretty close to the track. Nice little goods shed, I suppose, with a couple of cranes and stuff inside it. But then again, you see, you've got a 3D allotment. Why is that not over with these ones as well? They're not that far away from the track, you wouldn't notice them. I mean, yes, you go right next to that, but if you're over here, which is about the same distance, you can see that it's 3D as opposed to fucking flat. Another thing I quite like is this big abbey type thing, which is incredibly well detailed, apart from that face there. But if we get in on the wall, you can see that's very well detailed, and the roof as well, which is also very nice. And this pattern thing up here, which I've just spotted, don't know, maybe that's some sort of crest or something. Looks a little bit like that roof with the Three Musketeers where the airship crashes. But we go from there to this. I mean, what the fuck? Why the fuck is there just a town clock? And there's nothing else. You see, why is that? Why? Why? And then there's nothing. I mean, if you get to the track height here, You know, I tend to drive sometimes with the camera up about here somewhere. You can see that there's fucking nothing there. I don't know if Malmesbury is a real place or not. I don't know. I don't give a shit. I mean, this dirt road goes from fucking nowhere across the track, across that river, cuts across this farm, splits off and goes up to nowhere, and then nearly nowhere. It's just such poor quality. And this is payware. This isn't free. I paid money for this. Actual real money. But then you get nice little bits like this. See? That's a nice little scene. The bridge, the wonky sign. That's nice. The signal. Very blurry signal, for that matter. And then this weird little tunnel bit, which is is different. And then yet again they fuck up with the house. I mean, look. You can see that from here. Oh dear. Your house is only 1.5 stories tall. Oh, it's not. There's another windowsill. It's just... Oh, God. It's just awful. I mean, the road assets are quite nice. The assets themselves are very, very lovely. Don't get me wrong. I mean, where's one of these trees? Somewhere. There's one with its roots out somewhere. Yeah, there it is. There, look. It's got its roots out. It's floating a little bit, but I can forgive him for that. That actually looks like a foot, a toenail, doesn't it, or a finger. But yeah, so that bit, the tunnel entrance there, quite nice, very, very nice. And then you go through, and then over the other side here, and this bit makes no sense at all. Why is it like this? I don't know. Why not just carve a small cutting and be done with it? And then you get to over here and look. Oh, look, they fucked up yet again. Yep. That's how the real world works. And then, oh, look, you can see the innards of the tunnel. What a fucking surprise. And then straight after the fuck up, there's another nice little scene just there with the two bridges. With the rivers. But the rivers join up like this. This is payware. I'm a gullible twat. Again, I don't know if this is based on a real place. I'm presuming that it is, but I don't know. Don't quote me on it. But then you see these two rivers which are joined up here, but they're more likely to join up here because, you know, geography and shit. And then this little river which wiggles its way under the track and sort of, yeah, goes past these houses which are arranged a lot nicer. I mean, they've actually got no fucking road access at all because they come up from fucking, I don't know, what's that place in Russia? Red Square or whatever it's fucking called. And then suddenly there's a road. And then the river goes under there and stops. I mean, that's it. This is all the river does. Oh, I lost it then. Going too fast. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Then when it joins up. I mean, where's the railway line in comparison to that? It's here. So yeah, okay, you can't really see that. But like me, I like having a nosy round the town that the railway serves. And they've got 2 different types of river. And they couldn't be bothered to use one or the other. They used both of them. Moving on. Yep, both rivers actually go to nowhere. Oh, they don't. Sorry, it was hidden by the hill. And then after the fuck up, very nice little scene here with the bridge going across, looking across at the Abbey over there, and the rest of the place over here. And then we follow the route along, and there's a footpath that goes from that side of the nowhere to a road, which is presumably one of the main roads that disappears into nothingness. Little houses over here, which again, that's quite far from the track, so I don't blame them for not doing that much over here. But they've bothered to put a field here with 3D bush assets. You can't see those from all the way over here. You don't even know there's fields there over this hill. I mean, how far would we have to go to see them? Where do we start seeing them? Just there. That's how far you'd have to be to see them. And then, I guess this little bridge is quite nice. As I say, the assets are pretty decent, really. I mean, they're not totally shit. Some of them are a little bit questionable, but most of them are quite nice. I don't think telegraph poles actually do that steep an angle in real life. I'm not sure. But again, another nice little cameo with a little Land Rover, which is pretty poor quality, really, but there we go. With some delicious default assets. Thanks for that. This bit is actually, it's fairly decent. It's nice and open. It's quite good. The track, the line is completely flat until we get to the end. And then, yeah, you've got these annoying bull sound effects every 4.5 seconds along the route. See? Another little bridgey thing. I like this one because you've got the boardy type thing. Don't know what to call it. And sort of scuff marks in the mud down there. 6 sheep over there because that's how many sheep are in the world. Fuck off, you annoying thing. And then there we go. There's another occupation crossing. Little bridge rather. A road bridge. Which has more detail that way than that way. I mean, look. Crying out loud, guys. The fuck are you doing? It's just ridiculous. Wiggle along a little bit more. There's another occupation bridge. I quite like these, actually. They're very reminiscent of the Romney Hythe and Dymchurch Railway in wherever that is. Because you've got all sorts of little weird bridges and nooks and crannies the railway has to go over and under. Quite fun. And then there's another 2 more little bridges as well. Again, barren emptiness, pointlessness over there. A random permanent way hut for absolutely no reason at all. I don't know why that would be there. I quite agree with you. There's a horse field down there, which is quite nice. A little, although the why they've got their bridles on in the field is anyone's guess, because you know you're not meant to leave them on. And then there's Jessie the dog staring at the cows, being a dog. Oh god, that noise just gets on my nerves so much. And then another little random farmy scene. Although why a farmer would have nice new asset sleepers and the bog standard shitty concrete ones we've had since the day dot, and some bits of wood stood up which are quite nice. Are they fence posts? Yes, I think they are. What a farmer would want with concrete railway sleepers is anyone's fucking guess, but there we go. I'm not DTG stroke Thompson stroke whoever made this route. And then we get to another nice little scene here. If I just zoom on this way and sink down a little bit about there. You see, That's nice, with the clouds that don't move, the water and the trees and stuff. That's quite a nice little scene. But as I'm sure you've probably already guessed by now, there's going to be a pointless piece of shit fuck up in a minute. Ignoring the castle class that's over in the distance, we'll get to that in a minute. Remember earlier on I said that this whole route is practically flat all the way. That's true. Come to this junction here with this road that goes across from over that farm to this person's farm. It's a farm link road because farms can afford to build their own road. Oh, it doesn't go there actually. It goes then. Okay. So yeah, totally flat. Hello, Mr. Dude. Yeah. So it's flat until you get to here. You can see there's now a massive gradient. And it is an insane gradient as well. It's something ridiculously steep, like 1 in 50 or something out of nowhere. I mean, look. You can see that the main line is level up here. The main line is dead level. You can see it just drops 19 to the dozen. That's the only hill here. And then branching off right, you dive under the main line, vroom, which is quite nice. I mean, that shadow's in a complete wrong place, but never mind. Again, the very nice telegraph poles that look as if they do gradients properly. That's nice. I like those. And this bridge, which I do like a lot, with a little wider arch for the river there, and stuff. And then barren emptiness. Another pointless permanent way hut there with the building. Under another little bridgey thing, which serves, presumably it's an occupation bridge, I don't know. And then we wiggle along and we go underneath some absolutely massive power lines that, by the way, go from nowhere to, you've guessed it, nowhere, but slightly further away. So we come into this little station here. No idea what it's called. I don't care. Quite an interesting little station. Kind of looks a little bit like Smallbrook Junction on the Isle of Wight, with a little siding behind it for coal traffic and stuff, presumably. Or the local farmer with his horses over there. I don't know. Another shitty flat 2D allotment, even though there are 3D allotments available in the game. Quite a nice little sort of end of the line type job here. A few bits of weed, some dirty rusty track, buffer stop, and then, oh look, the track used to continue over this little bridge here. Very nice. And then it just goes into absolute oblivion. I mean, let's just look at this scene again. So, you could drive your train right up to the stops, right up to here. Nothing. Quite a nice little garagey thing that looks a little bit like an Anderson shelter. Pretty sure this is default. So good to see they're recycling all the old shit we've had for donkey's years. Another 2D allotment. It's just, I'm going to continue to moan about this because this is payware. This is payware. Spend money on this. And again, I don't know if this is a real location. If it's not a real location, if Thompson or whoever made this route has made this up of their own accord, it's a fictional route, it's not real. Why is there a mainline station here for a population of about probably 50 people? Why? You don't need it. An island platform would have sufficed, with a small bay platform for the Malmesbury section. This here makes no fucking sense whatsoever. I mean, for a start, let's just have a quick look, shall we? There is a car park here with cars. You can see. There is a road that goes down to here. So they've got access by road, which is nice. But there's nobody here. You wouldn't have a station of this size and complexity for that many houses. You just wouldn't. You'd probably only have a single platform face. But I get it, it's a main line, you've got a double track main line running across, yada yada yada, shut up, I know. An island platform would have made much more sense. A town of this size, in reality, wouldn't be justified by a double platform face and all of this siding space. This is in the 1940s or 50s this is set. It just doesn't seem logical at all. And then we follow the main line along because you can sort of drive on it for a brief distance. There's a little pannier tank there waiting to be driven with Paynton Dairies. Calm down, Nathan. And then again, a nice, very nice little bridge that carries the main line over the top of this little single track road thing. And then we follow the track along. Granted, you wouldn't be driving this anyway. You would probably only be, you know, from the last signal, distant signal. There's a distant signal there. There's a home signal here. So you'd probably only be driving things from this signal here anyway. So that's fine. And then if we go along this way, you've got the Malmesbury Branch curving off to the right over there, and also going underneath to that little station just over there. A great big castle class. We'll ignore that. And then bang, nothing. So we are at the other end of the line now. So let's just whoop, and remind ourselves that this is a payware route. Oh, it hurts my soul. It really, really hurts my soul. And then in complete comparison, we have, as I'm sure you can already tell, the best freeware route available in this game, the Malmesbury Branch. This is available in UK Train Sim, completely free of charge, unless, of course, you have a subscription to UK Train Sim. Everything here is mostly either default, that has been in the game since the start, or has been specially made for freeware routes, such as this track here. LNWR Bullhead, I think? Not quite sure. But this is free track. Completely free. New track assets. Completely free of charge. And this entire 25-mile route. Completely free of charge. Let's just have a look at the route map for Malmesbury, shall we? There it is there. Completely free of charge, and with a hell of a lot more detail. So that concludes the why I hate the Malmesbury Branch video, and no, I can't refund it and get my money back. I tried, and Steam said no. So, yeah. Let's put an end to this video before I get carried away. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.